It's time to be honest about Trump. Initially, most of us were fairly optimistic about Trump's first term. But by now it's painfully obvious that something has gone terribly wrong. The president's first term, although certainly not over yet, has been characterized by success in questionable areas and a lack of progress in those most favored by his supporters, immigration in particular. Instead of a wall, we got tax cuts for the rich. Instead of a reduction in legal immigration, we saw Obamacare getting gutted but not replaced with something better. And more recently, Trump has supported Jared Kushner's First Step Act, which, alleged benefits aside, will reduce sentences for drug traffickers and immediately release 4,000 criminals into the population. Moreover, the Center for Immigration Studies has pointed out that the bill does not exempt illegals, meaning it could potentially allow them to earn time credits like other prisoners and thus be released into the public rather than face deportation. To be fair, Trump's first term isn't quite over yet, and it has had its share of successes. Trump does deserve credit for killing TPP, helping facilitate peace in North Korea, and stemming the flow of refugees into the country. However, wins on the immigration front are only going to be harder to come by from this point on. While midterms did yield a few more Senate seats for the GOP, the Democrats won the House of Representatives. If you thought that Congress has been impeding Trump's agenda, just wait until January when the Democrats take over. How much of Trump's disappointing first term can be blamed on the man himself is up for debate. It's undeniable that Trump has been forced to contend with an uncooperative Congress, a flagrantly adversarial judiciary, and a mainstream media hell-bent on manufacturing fake news and artificial outrage. So it would be foolish to fully blame Donald Trump. With that said, Trump could have done things differently. By failing to staff his administration with loyalists, he ensured the hampering of his agenda. By focusing on botched healthcare reform and tax cuts for the rich while his party controlled Congress, he ensured that his America First immigration policies would be further difficult to implement. And by signing the atrocious omnibus spending bill, Trump condoned giving $3.1 billion to Israel, while we received only $1.3 billion to repair existing fencing and levees along the border. It's worth pointing out that Trump threatened to veto the omnibus spending bill, only to sign it a few hours later, a disappointment to his most ardent supporters. If Trump fails to stem the invasion of America during the remainder of his first term in office, he's going to need to display a little more defiance in order to win re-election. Luckily, there's a great chance for him to do so right around the corner. With some of the government running out of funding on December 7th, he's currently fighting to obtain $5 billion for the wall, rather than the measly $1.6 billion the Democrats are willing to agree to. Make no mistake, this is the last chance for the president to obtain significant funding for the wall before the Democrats assume a House majority. If the Democrats refuse to budge and Trump refuses to shut down the government, as he's currently threatening to do, we'll be left to question how strong his commitment truly is to making America great again. I'm Patrick Casey and you're watching Red Ice TV.